What does it mean to truly see someone? Not just glance, but to truly witness them. I've had moments where I felt invisible, not just unheard, but unseen. And I wonder, how often do we really see each other? In this moment, when everyone is moving, there's one person who stands still, silent, distant, and waiting. The world around them in hubbub, but they remain untouched. It is in this stillness where we are forced to confront ourselves. This question led me to two works that asked us to step into pain, not to solve it, but to witness it. Sylvia Plath, The Bell Jar, and Jason Schiller's Stupid Hope. They don't offer easy answers, but they show us that to truly see someone is to witness their suffering, and that being an act of empathy. Sometimes witnessing isn't just about pain, it's about connection too. It's about watching others and being seen. I felt very still and very empty, the way the eye of a tornado must feel, moving dully along in the middle of the surrounding hullabaloo. Esther's world spin with noise, but she's trapped inside a silence. A silence where no one sees her, where she can barely see herself. Yet in these moments of movement, of connection, we can see each other in our truest forms, vulnerable, joyful, and alive. Sometimes, we seek out solitude. We drive, we wander, searching for something undefined. Peace, clarity, connection with ourselves. Schindler writes, "You have to lie stiff, arms folded on a heap of earth, and see how far the darkness will take you." Driving through the open road, there's a moment where we're left with nothing but the sound of the tires, the hum of the world, and our own thoughts. In these spaces, we witness ourselves, facing the road ahead, yet always feeling the pull of the past behind us. In solitude, we also look out. We seek something beyond the horizon, something that helps us make sense of our inner world. As we fly through space, the world below shrinks, the noise fades, the worries seem distant. It's as if we're witnessing our own lives from afar, an observer in our own journey. As her strapped in her bell jar, the world is a bad dream, a suffocating reality she cannot escape. To the person in the bell jar, blank and stopped as a dead baby, the world itself is a bad dream. But Schindler's work doesn't look away from the jar. His poems ask us to witness the dark and stay present. In Living, he writes, "I did not know that love could sound like an apology, or that apologies could feel like love." These works remind us that witnessing isn't passive, it's an active engagement with someone's pain and sometimes their hope. Even in moments of darkness, there's light, there's beauty. Fireworks, like joy, are fleeting, but in their briefness, they remind us to cherish the moments in our lives, whether in pain, connection, or fleeting beauty. We don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes, just witnessing each other in these fleeting, brilliant moments is enough. Esther finds some relief in a hot bath, a moment of comfort when the world just stops for a second and she can witness her own pain without judgment. There must be quite a few things a hot bath won't cure, but I don't know many of them, she says. For me, this resonates deeply. There are moments when we too step back from everything, the noise, the expectations, to just be, to witness the pain and the stillness, to not fix it, but to simply acknowledge it. Schindler too finds moments of survival in the smallest acts. Today, I managed to walk to the door and back without thinking of dying. These small victories, small quiet acts of survival, are what makes us whole. They remind us that even in our darkest moments, we are still here, and that is something worth witnessing. Empathy is the bridge between observer and observed. It's not automatic, it's something we practice. Schindler writes in Eternity. A poem written 3,000 years ago comes to life on a page in a book. Through the act of reading, we step into someone else's pain, their joy, their humanity, and in doing so, we become participants in their story, not just observers, but active witnesses. Literature teaches us about the power of empathy. Through the written word, we step into the lives of others, living their struggles, their joys, their pain, and their triumphs. Yet, even in its power to connect us, literature shows us the limits of empathy. When we read the stories of Esther in the Bell Jar or Schindler's poems in Stupid Hope, we're forced to confront the inherent limits of our empathy. No matter how deeply we empathize with the character's pain or joy, there's always a distance between the reader and the lived experience. The paradox is that In our attempts to empathize, we often find ourselves on the outside, witnessing but never fully entering the experience. These works remind me that witnessing isn't about fixing someone's pain. It's about standing beside them in it. It's about acknowledging that suffering exists and doing so without judgment or haste. Esther and Shinder shows us that to witness pain, we don't need to have all the answers. We just need to be present, to see, to truly see.